This is going to be a very interesting and innovative product for this month. All right, and the data, this one is not like the previous two products. This actually has a very, very strong data when it comes to the search history and the search volume, a net profit of close to $4,000 with a margin of just shy of 44%. All right, so first up on our list is the recession-proof product, or a product that is going to be able to withstand a recession, and it's essential to the household. For this month, that is the carpet protector for pets. From the first listing page, we can quickly see that there isn't a whole lot of variety in this type of product. It's simply some type of plastic that's easy to cut that can go over carpet just to protect from cats and dogs, and also debris getting on your carpet. This is great for a recession-proof product because it is essential to the household. People are going to be more aligned with trying to protect things that they have, such as their carpet and their home goods, and purchasing cheaper items like this that can make their carpet last a lot longer. So let's take a look at the data. A few items I want to point out. The first one is the monthly search volume. It's well over 18,000 monthly searches. That is extremely high. Usually we want this to be above about 1,000 searches per month, and that's nearly 18 to 19 times that minimum criteria. The search trends for the past 1 month to 3 months, very high, and we have very low competition. Now let's take a look at the search volume down here. We can see that there is a little bit of a concern when it comes to like a fad type of product or a product that may not be able to sustain this type of demand. For the past 2 years, since May 2021 up to today, we saw fairly low search volume in the 200 to 300 monthly searches range. And then what we saw in starting at the end of March up until today's date is that dramatically increased. This could be for a number of reasons why this happened, but for us being Amazon sellers, we need to be aware of this and that this trend could also come right back down to those normal levels. Now, with that being said, it is a riskier investment, but I wanted to point that out. Now, that's one item that I'm a little cautious about, but what I'm more excited about and why I chose this product is just the stable demand when it comes to the average units sold per month. So I'll bring up the 2-year chart here for the average units sold history. And dating back from June 2021 to today, we can see that a lot of these sales fluctuate between 500 to 1,000 average monthly units sold. Now that is a good sign, and it shows that this product, one, is not seasonal because we have fairly consistent demand, like we're seeing here with 950 average units sold. And this is a good indicator that this is going to be a sustainable amount of demand, and you could expect about 1,000 monthly units sold in this niche. Heading over to Alibaba now, I found a supplier here that manufactures one of the similar type of products that you've already seen on that first listing page. Now, I want to point out with this product, I do not recommend private labeling this product because there isn't a whole lot of differentiation that you can do with this product other than possibly changing the design slightly or maybe the color of this. But I think for someone who's purchasing this product, they want a transparent plastic piece that they can put over their carpet. That way you can still see their carpet because they chose that for a reason, that color. So my recommendation would be to wholesale these on an existing listing or to just use the generic brand name and to sell these. For this supplier, they're selling this product here, which is mainly a door stopper. It goes in between a door or 2 pieces of carpet. I think that's something that's a little bit different that's not commonly sold on Amazon, so it gives you that unique advantage. But this is selling about $5.20 per unit with for 100 pieces. It's the shipping rate's going for about $3.05. And our last step here is to check our costs and our margins. For the average item price of $28.99, which is what I commonly saw on that first listing page, a unit cost of $5.20 with $3.05 for shipping. That gives us our cost of goods sold of $8.25. So in total, if our total cost per unit is $20.13, which would yield a net profit of about $8 to $9 per unit. So that leaves us with a margin of about 31%. Now, with any product that you typically wholesale, we do expect lower margins. With that being said, there are lower startup costs. So at the end of the day, it typically balances itself out. For our second product this month, we are going to focus on the low competition or niche products, and that is the vintage Tupperware. Yes, we're bringing back the 1960s and 1950s in retro fashion here. And from the first listing page, it's fairly self-explanatory what this product is, and why the interest is rising. We'll get to that here in a second. Let's take a look at this product first on the first listing page. You can see a color theme starting to appear, even though there's slight different design variations. Kind of this lighter pink, yellow, and green color, very common, and gives it that vintage appeal. Additionally, the top lid is something that is unique to this type of niche. Now for me, when we get to the supplier page, I'm going to be looking for a product that fits within this niche, but I'm not going to jump on the trend and sell this identical product that most of these sellers are already selling. My goal is to private label this product because it's a niche or low competition product. It gives me that advantage to private label it. And additionally, I'm going to look for some unique features for my product that would help me differentiate and be more attractive to the existing competition on here. Now the data, it's very interesting for this one. We have a very high average monthly units sold of above 1,000 and a high search volume of 3,627. We have great 30-day search trends, but it starts to get a little weird when we get to the 90-day and what's been happening in the historical trend, which we'll get to in a second. Now the niche score is a 9 out of 10 and competition is very low. So let's jump down here to the historical search volume for the previous 2 years. Now, when I first look at this, I see a low demand product. We're seeing a very low search history, less than 100, definitely less than 200, but about 100 average searches per month for this niche. Then over the past couple of months, we've seen this dramatic increase up to close to 1,000 monthly searches, and we're well exceeding that here in June. So this is another one of those product niches that I'd be a little bit cautious of. I wouldn't jump into it right away, but I'd monitor it for the next week or so to see how it stabilizes or how it begins to trend upward versus downward for the coming weeks. Typically on a product like this, we will see the demand go back down, so it is one that is riskier, kind of like the previous one. Now, if we go to the average unit sold history, we also see another riskier item here, and that is that we've really only seen a large amount of sales over the past 2 months, which also directly aligns with that search volume history. Other than that, we're seeing a low amount of units sold, and this is by far the riskier of the 3 products that we'll be looking at today. Now, with a private label and a low competition product, it does reap more rewards if you do get that trend right and you begin to see demand stabilize, but you also run the risk of this demand going back down as soon as you begin to sell this product. So again, just something to keep in mind despite a lot of the attractive indicators that we're seeing here. Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble finding a product on Alibaba. I did not search some other venues like AliExpress, but I did come across this one food container here that I believe would still fit into that niche. It still would be attractive to that customer base, and it also provides a very unique advantage that some of the other food containers are not providing. I'm going to enlarge this picture here. You can see this is the product. What I like about it is that it almost takes the vintage appeal and the modern appeal with the glass and ties it all together. So you have that light pink and green/blue color here that fits into the vintage, and then you have the glass, which is a modern style that we're seeing today. Now, what I like most about this is that the Supplier offers this unique feature. It actually has a plastic lid here that you can insert additional food items, or you could add spoons and forks/chopsticks as they're showing here. I think that's something that I don't commonly see in the market today in normal Tupperware, and this also appeals to that trending niche that we're seeing with vintage Tupperware. So that's the type of product I would begin selling. I would private label this product with my own brand, and from what we can see here is our unit rate is fairly cheap. This is 21 cents. I did contact the supplier, and this is for the smaller one. So I would suggest selling these, one small one and then one of the large ones, or a combination of the two. I would recommend selling 2 of these versus 4 or 6 or a single set. All right, and on to the revenue calculator for this product. I have a 2-piece set selling for about $19.99 competitively in this niche, especially with the glass material. We can sell these for a little bit higher than the average price, despite this actually being lower than the average price. If we jump down here to the cost of goods sold, I was quoted $1.80. That's for 2 pieces being sold in a single set, including shipping to Amazon here in the United States. Total cost per unit, $10.60. And our net profit with 200 sales for 1 month is $1,800 roughly. That would produce a very high profit margin of about 47%. All right, for our last product, this is the innovative product, or a product that is showing out of the box thinking. It's a new design or a new type of product to the larger market. For this month, that is the airplane bed for toddler. I was just traveling from Vegas actually a week ago, and it seems like there's always a toddler or a child behind you kicking your seat. And wouldn't it be great if you could just actually pull out a bed for them on the seat and to put them asleep? I think this is a solution to that, and this is going to be a very interesting and innovative product for this month. And here's why. Let's start off by taking a look at this. There's a few different designs I'm noticing. There's an inflatable design, which is very common here. And then there's also a flat design here, which looks like it's just some type of cover to put over the airplane seat. Now for me, I would go ahead with the inflatable design, assuming that it meets all TSA regulations and requirements. And that's just because it's more of an actual bed. It provides more comfort than honestly just throwing a blanket down like these sellers are doing. I've also noticed reviews to be much higher for the actual inflatable design versus the sheet/blanket design. All right, and the data, this one is not like the previous two products. This actually has a very, very strong data when it comes to the search history and the search volume, which we'll get to here right now. So let's actually start down here at the bottom. For the past year, we've seen this upward trend really since the end of 2022 into this year for this type of product. So with knowing that travel has been rebounding for this year and near the end of 2022, my guess is that's why we're seeing this increase in interest for this type of product. Up at the top, we have almost 12,000 monthly searches, extremely high, very low competition, and a solid niche score of an 8 out of 10. Now, I want to point out one last thing, which can be a misconception by looking at the search volume chart. If you look at this, there isn't any solid indicators that this is a seasonal product. Additionally, if we look at the upper right-hand corner where Jungle Scout is rating the seasonality, they say low. However, if you go to the average units sold, you can clearly see that there is a slight seasonal aspect to this type of niche in this product. We really see a large increase in interest in the number of units sold in May, June, and into the summer months. In December 2022, it saw its lowest, and in December of 2021, also a very low number, just like January of 2022. This is also another way that you can predict seasonality for your niche. It doesn't mean you shouldn't sell this product or a similar product of this nature, but you should be aware of the seasonal trends when demand picks up. And just by looking at actual travel data, travel is much higher in the summer months, and that's also an indicator here, which is showing. All right, let's get to the good stuff here. The Alibaba Supplier. I found one here with the inflatable design, and it actually comes with a pump here. So that's a great advantage. And honestly, what I would do, and I think they're doing that here, is I would go ahead and put my trademark on the pump itself and then somewhere as a tag probably on the inflatable design here. So a third and final thing that you can do is actually place some type of logo that you have rights to on this part right here. I've noticed that was kind of common, and it must be easy for a supplier to actually implement that design into this product. All right, so we're looking at about $7.20 for our unit rate and a couple dollars for our shipping to the United States. Last piece of the puzzle here, let's check out the revenue calculator one last time for this product. These are the inflatable designs are actually selling upwards close to $50, but I think competitively when you should start out would be around $44.99. Now the storage is slightly high for this type of product. It does have a decent footprint, so make sure that if you can vacuum seal that product, ask your supplier to do that. It can really reduce your footprint to lower these storage costs. Cost of goods sold, $9.30. And that would provide us on 200 sales a net profit of close to $4,000 with a margin of just shy of 44%. All solid numbers there. So which product are you most excited about? Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know how you're going to actually differentiate your product to beat the competition. Make sure to subscribe so you can see what next month's top products are going to be and what you should begin selling on Amazon.